saying no to people and establishing a certain level of self-respect and returning home. You aren't able to work with the mind and the heart until you're advanced enough to be in the heart space. The heart has no questions. The heart has no questions. It's the home of knowing. Yeah, no doubt, even counting. Oh, I haven't been able to relax in like 2 or 3 months. Once again, this is all brain stuff. Linear time. All brain stuff, all brain activity. It takes time. You got to be gentle with yourself. Everything it's not a cookie cutter thing. It don't happen in 2 or 3 days. It don't happen in 1 or 2 years. It takes time. And the longer you continue to question and project and project and project and try to figure it out and so on and so forth, the longer it'll take. You really got to give yourself a break and take a step back. Look at things without analyzing them and attempting to conjure rebuttals and, well, what if this and what if that? And you got to really just be able to observe things and accept them. This is where you find the confidence of the heart space, of observing and accepting versus observing in order to analyze and break down and come up with more questions and trying to figure things out. This is an overactive mind identity. Just got to breathe and be able to receive receptivity. So here's the thing. Looking at your perceptions. Looking at your perceptions without judgment. Looking at your perceptions without judgment. This requires you to look from the heart space. Your heart space does not judge projections. It doesn't judge anything. It just observes them. This is observing from the heart space. To perceive your perceptions without judgment is to look at the way that the mind is thinking without thinking. This is the way the heart observes the mind identity. When you can do that, you'll be able to recognize where the distortions are. Amongst the light of divine truth, amongst the cold light of truth, to look at everything and see it. To look at everything and see it truly for what it is. Objectively, without opinion. Without, oh, that's good, that's bad, that's right, that's wrong, that's not good, this ain't helpful, and this is not a sin. No, you can't do none of that. Just look at it in cold truth. What is this? When you're able to do that, absolute detachment. Like a master. That's who you are. That is who you are. You are that observation beyond the voice in your head. The one looking at the thoughts. The one looking at the feelings. That's who you are. That's the eternal you. That's who you truly are. The real you ain't got nothing to say. There is no opinion. I like this, I like that, I don't like this, I don't like that, I hate this, I hate that. No, you have nothing to do with that voice in your head. It's just silent. It's a master. It's just observing the human activity. Like God. Observation. Detached. This is raw experience. This is raw emotion. Gratitude. Observation. Just looking at it. This is you. We hold on to the mind identity and all these ideas about what we like and what we don't like and who gonna do this to me and who gonna not do this. And all that. This is all ego. Who you are in truth has no attachment whatsoever to all that activity. It has nothing to say amongst the illusion. It's just looking. Once again, we feel feelings, and sometimes through the intuition, we feel certain feelings. The self is feeling a particular way, or feel uncomfortable about this, or feel uncomfortable about that. But it's necessary for us to make the conscious decision to trust those feelings or not. Once again, the higher self's direct connection to us involves the divine feminine. This is why the divine feminine energy is so connected to wisdom, because it's receiving direct communication from the higher self. It's just that the divine masculine is necessary. It's necessary for us to make those decisions and communicate that which the divine feminine is expressing. The divine masculine is necessary for us to make the decisions based on the tutelage of the divine feminine. This is the teamwork that takes place within us. This is the Trinity within us. This is the Trinity inside. The higher self communicates with the divine feminine. The divine feminine communicates with the divine masculine. Divine masculine executes. Executes. We do the work. The queen consults the king at home. The king in the morning gets up and stands on stage and executes the orders. This is the teamwork that's happening within us as beings, as manifestations of the whole. So here's the thing. When you're able to see the distortions of the perception beyond judgment and look at them wholeheartedly, you're able to decide which ones to validate. What things are valid that I believe in my life are real, and which ones are illusion? Which ones can I do away with, that I can put down? I've outgrown these ideas. I've outgrown the idea that I need to protect myself and present these defense mechanisms to life to protect me from people that want to do something to me and blah, blah, blah. Once again, God don't got no opponent. I have nobody to be scared of. I have nobody to defend myself against. That is the absolute truth. That is something that's necessary for you to embody, to be confident in your experience, to be confident in your creations. Even the idea of protection, that is not something that I have to entertain. I have an entire entourage of ascended beings that see beyond space and time, that have that work to do. They know what I'm not aware of. I don't need to protect myself against such and such and Sally up the block and this person doing some witchcraft and so on and so forth. That is not my concern. That's not my job to entertain that. My job is to love. My job is God's work. I'm not focused on what you're doing from hatred or a place of envy or jealousy. There's people doing things all over the place, possibly against me. That's not my concern. I'm not interested in them. I got people for that. I got people for that. That's taking care of that. That's not my concern. I'm always protected. What I need to consciously concern myself with setting up force fields and all this stuff around me to make sure people don't get me. This is distorted. Third dimensional perceptions based in separation. This is the illusion. I'm not bringing illusory ideas into this new awakened sense of presence within me. That's 3D stuff. Or 4D stuff, if you want to label it. I'm in the 5th, 6th dimension already. I'm not bringing no 4D separation stuff with me. I got to protect myself and make sure I clear the energy, because it's all these spiritual haters and demons and so on and so forth. All that stuff is for the birds. That's what people still in separation. God ain't got no opponents. Consumed with, once again, don't get into spiritual separation. Like ain't no, you want to evolve or not? You create more separation, more good and bad people and something like that. You can let that go when you're ready. Oh, they're going to attack me. I need to, what are you talking about? This is about self-realization. Who are you? Who are you? You are here to realize who God is. That's what awakening is about. Come on, what are you doing? The more you can choose that which serves you, the better you'll create beautiful experience for yourself effortlessly. The more you can choose that which serves you, the ideas and perceptions that serve you as a being, the more you can choose those, the easier it will become for you to create beautiful experiences for yourself. Because you clear out all the junk. You clear out all the old, outdated defense mechanisms and blockages of limitation. And I can't do this, and I can't do that, and I don't have this, and I don't have that, and that doesn't work for me, and I'm bad at this, I don't remember this, I don't, like all that stuff. You get rid of all that stuff. And you can actually embrace the divine truth. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, healthy, wealthy, and happy. That is the absolute truth. 9. Utter perfection